Good morning and welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Report. And we kick off this week's episode with the latest increase and financial proposal in the budget by the Indian government that has suggested a substantial increase in overseas investment tax from the current 5% up to 20%. This change will have a significant implication on Indian investors, particularly those who are interested in foreign real estate markets such as Dubai, where Indians have been considered to be some of the most prominent foreign investors and expected to take effect this July of 2023. The developer of the $5 billion luxury project, Dubai's World Islands, has said the project will be completed by 2026. The Clendice Group, which is behind the Heart of Europe, said the first phase of the project will be completed by the end of this year and will include the handover of almost 50 floating seahorse villas. And now we take a quick look at Dubai's interesting real estate market performance for the month of April. But before we get into that, let us first take a quick glance at what has been happening in the first quarter of 2023. And of course, it's no secret that we witnessed some record-breaking numbers when it comes to both transactions and sale value. Now, according to PropertyMonitor.com, a whopping total of 31,373 transactions have been reported just in the first quarter of 2023. Now that gives us a quarter-on-quarter increase of 7.7%, and brace yourselves for this, a year-on-year increase of 52.9%. That's right, you heard it correctly, nearly 53% year-on-year increase. The 31,373 sales transactions translate into 89.8 billion dirhams in value, with a quarter-on-quarter increase of 9.2% and a year-on-year increase of, ready for this, 62.2%. Now, these numbers have many real estate investors excited at the opportunity, and especially those who got in on the action. But leaving those who didn't thinking, well, prices have increased significantly, I'll wait for things to calm down or slow down. Or in other words, I'll just wait for the prices to go down. Which brings us to last month's market performance. Now, in the month of April of 2023, PropertyMonitor.com reported a total of 7,166 transactions, and that gives us a month-on-month decrease of 38.5%. However, a year-on-year increase of 10.7%. Now, this is interesting because despite the decrease in transactions, we still saw a healthy increase on the average square foot price across Dubai of 1.48. Now, if you remember from the previous episodes, we had seen in January 0.62, followed by 0.58 in February, and yet once again 0.62, but now we're looking at 1.48. Now, this is precisely what long-term investors are happy to see, that slow but steady appreciation in value. And now we take a quick break, but when we come back, we talk to the sales director of the Heart of Europe to find out more of what's happening with the $5 billion development. So make sure you stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and joined by the sales director from the Heart of Europe, Katrin Makarenko. Thank you for being here. Now let's get straight into this. The Heart of Europe. What is happening with the project? Now, anybody who's familiar with Dubai's real estate knows about the project, the $5 billion development, but we also understand that the development has seen some challenges over the past years. Where does the project start now? Recently, it was said that the Heart of Europe is expected to be completed by 2026. Can real estate investors actually expect that to happen?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me for this program, Mr. Omar. Many projects, unfortunately, was facing challenges, as well as the World Island. The Heart of Europe, we established our project since 2014. We went through a long process, and then definitely the crisis was not helping a lot. If we all remember the Corona time, when everyone was struggling a lot, and you can imagine the amount of laborers. Our labor camp is 2,000 people, who was stuck on the islands, and we struggled a lot with this issue as well. But luckily, we have our own concrete factory on one of the islands, and we have everything in place related to the relationships with the government, relationships with Nahil, and all the approvals, they are in place, and we are so much proud and happy to have our first launch of Côte d'Azur Hotel Monaco branch operating right now. And a lot of guests already, they have an opportunity to visit it. And we had this 1,000 people on the islands. Can you imagine? It was an holiday festival, and all of these people was just camping on the island, and also fully booked hotel was there, and it was really impressive. After this, I don't want to tell you how many sales we have done. So we are on a very good page now. And it's so nice to see all the islands which belong to Heart of Europe developing in a very high dynamic, as well as, for example, Heart Island with the seahorses. I see so many constructions going on there. Germany Island, the Crystal Lagoon, the construction is almost done, and it's more than 70% completed. The fanciest place, which is Sweden Palaces, they're also on the completion process. So this is the right time, I believe, for the World Island. Within the support of the government and within the dynamic of our construction, I see this is the most potential project to invest in.
Excellent. Now, happy to hear that the Heart of Europe is bouncing back. Obviously, the Heart of Europe offers what is considered to be extremely limited beachfront luxury properties. For those who are interested, because I believe your properties start somewhere around 21 million, so we're not talking about pennies here. What sort of assurances do real estate investors have? What is it that the Heart of Europe is doing to actually put investors once again at ease, knowing that your investment is safe, the projects will be complete, they will be delivered as promised?
First of all, our prices range is quite different. Yes, we have luxury properties like seahorses, fully furnitured by Bentley, Bugatti, Dolce & Gabbana or Versace by the choice of the customer, and the price is 21 million. But also in the same time, we can offer studio apartments starting from 1.6 million. And the beautiful sea views and everything is there. So the customer, they can choose actually within their budget. Plus, we have very solid sales purchase agreement where all the ROI slabs are disclosed. And the ROI is net, so there is no hidden payments, which is also revealed in the SPA, which we provide within 1 hour for our customers. We are not delaying, we don't have any of these booking forms. Immediately on the purchase date, we provide all the official documents, and we guarantee from our side that everything will be paid on time.
Okay, now, I believe it was said that by the end of this year, there's about 50 Seahorse units expected to be delivered. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, we are working very actively on the Seahorse project now. So the Heart of Island is a honeymoon island. The construction is fully done. Only the decoration now inside is going on. The Heart Island is a clubhouse. Also, it's like a nightclub, which will be operating 24/7 and will be lighted up in red. And the seahorses already getting installed in the water, and now the decoration as well inside is going on, and we are expecting the completion of first phase till end of this year.
Can I ask, from the first phase, approximately how much of that has been sold?
Actually, it's a confidential company information, but still we have, I have in my hands around 10 very good units in beautiful locations. Some of them with unobstructed skyline view of Dubai. So still we have some things to offer, but we sold a lot.
Fair enough. But the perception, let's call it the perception, is the project isn't selling, correct? Is that the case, or are you actually seeing transactions?
I would tell that it's a quite old information. Because again, if we come back to this hard times, crisis times, for this period, our sales was fully shut down. We was only CRM system taking care of the current customers, and many of them unfortunately was in a bad financial situation, so they couldn't pay in time and they was struggling, and we was supporting them as much as possible. By the way, we didn't cancel any unit. I know that a lot of developers, they was taking out units from people, but we kept everything for them. And then 1.5 years ago, when I actually joined this company, they relaunched the sales. So they bring some of the strong sales from before again on board, and I was the one who joined their company. And this when they again regain the trust, regain the sales, and now I can guarantee that the sales are booming and we are doing a very good business and we have plenty of happy customers.
Well, that's great news. I mean, we wish you all the best in this project. We want to see the city flourish. We want to see all the projects continue to flourish. And without a doubt, the Heart of Europe is an exceptional type of project. So we wish you all the best with that. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was the sales director from the Heart of Europe, Katrin Makarenko, and make sure you tune in next week for yet another episode of the Real Estate Report. I was your host, Omar, and we'll see you next time.